Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Yulia Marcinkowski, and I'm a provincial coordinator at Ukrainian Canadian Congress, Alberta Provincial Council. Thank you all for joining us today on our first webinar from our skills development series. I'll tell you a little bit more about this event, the series of events, and I will also tell you a little bit more about our organization and the flow of this webinar. So we have two panelists today and one of our staff members from the Ukrainian Congress as well. We have Arshad from Bay River College, and we have Rory from NorQuest. Thank you so much for joining us today. So the premise for our webinar is to give you a little bit more of an opportunity to learn about different post-secondary institutions and the programs that they offer for people that may be looking to enter a new, maybe a new profession or switch up their career, or maybe there's something that they're missing and they're just looking to bridge that gap. We have two parts in our skills development series. One will be these post-secondary options, and we're focusing on different community colleges, more so than universities. And then the second part will be the skills development piece, where we're hoping to cover a little bit of ground with people in terms of using a computer and those programs that we tend to use every day if we're either working or if we're going back to school. So Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel are the two that we would like to share with you, and then Google Suite and some basics for using a computer. We're offering these programs in Ukrainian and English, knowing that there are people in our community that would prefer that. So you can tune in on the dates that we'll share with you in a little bit, but let me show you. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to share our little presentation here. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about what we have prepared for you. So just like I said, we have these series of webinars. There we go. Secondary options and the computer skills. So I'll tell you a little bit about the flow. I'll introduce you to Ukrainian Canadian Congress Alberta Provincial Council, and then I'll have the two colleges take it from us and tell us a little bit more about the programs that they have to offer, and we'll have a little bit of time for the Q&A. I'm expecting this to last about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, and then there will be time to ask some questions. You can feel free to pop those questions in the chat box, or we had some questions that were submitted in advance, so we can just cover those. Yes, so who we are, we're a community organization, an umbrella organization that represents, we're the voice of the Ukrainian community in Alberta. For those who identify, Albertans that identify themselves as Ukrainian. We support different cultural educational activities. We work together with other ethnocultural organizations. We also cooperate and work with other Ukrainian organizations. We encourage young people to be involved in the community and become leaders in the future. We also we work with the government as a body that represents the community at large, and also acts as we consult on many issues that have to do with the Ukrainian community, immigration, cultural affairs, and those types of topics. So I talked a little bit about what our series is, and the idea is we want to support the people that were impacted by COVID or a recent economic downturn, and we know that it's been substantial for a big demographic. So we're hoping that these webinars will come in handy, and maybe we'll shed some light. Maybe you'll learn something that you didn't know before. Maybe you'll find a profession, a career path that you didn't think you would otherwise. I talked a little bit about the post-secondary digital skills, and maybe I'll just skip from that since I already covered it. I will just let Rory from NorQuest College do his portion of the presentation. Hi, Rory.
Hello, thank you very much, Julia.
Yeah, so I'll just let you talk a little bit more about the programs that you currently offer, and some that are short-term, longer-term, and maybe those other career choices and services that NorQuest provides for people in Edmonton and the area. And I know that we do have some that will be online, so I think that would be relevant to quite a few people in Alberta or beyond. So thank you, Rory.
All right, thank you very much. So thank you for taking the time to come to this webinar today. And we hope that the Ukrainian Council and the Congress in NorQuest and Bay River, Bay City, the other college, are able to help us get out of this muck that we're in. So tonight, what I would like to be discussing with us is talking about a few programs available. We also do have some introduction to computers, and they can be done on a contract class, but I do believe that the Congress is providing it, so I would go with them. So right now we have a lot of Albertans in distress about trying to find what they're going to be doing next because of the economy and COVID-19. So what NorQuest has developed is a program called Career Moves. Career Moves is a tuition-free professional development program that supports mid-career workers. So these are individuals who have worked for a while in their career, transition to new employment and career opportunities. So this program here, first off, is for an ideal requirement, someone who has worked for at least 10 years, has 10 years of work experience, and also have an interest in changing fields or industries and what they want to do for their career. However, this program does require, if English is not your first language, you need to at least have a CLB level 6 or higher for this program. So Career Moves is an online, self-paced professional development program that supports mid-career workers in their transition to new employment and career opportunities. The Career Moves program guides participants through 3 phases of exploration: professional development, and professional reflection. Anyone enrolled in the program receives one-on-one coaching from career coaches and completes skill development workshops, personal assessments, and work-integrated learning opportunities. Participants also have access to a $2,000 tuition credit for further education or training. I like that program. Now, our next program is a bridging to post-secondary. So if you have been in high school, out of the secondary school system for a while and need to transition yourself back into the studies of entering into the post-secondary, NorQuest also has bridging to post-secondary. It provides an opportunity to students who need additional English language or academic upgrading courses to fully meet admission requirements for post-secondary programs. So if you want to continue on into NorQuest or go to University of Alberta, NAIT, Grant MacEwan, to further get a degree or diploma, but you've been in the school system for a while and you feel you need to get those skills honed, or you didn't quite finish high school in the strongest way and get yourself ready for the post-secondary. So the NorQuest Bridging to Post-Secondary program, students will receive a conditional offer of admission to their target post-secondary program. So that means once you're in this program, you'll be able to reserve a seat in the program that you want in a different post-secondary institution. Like I said, NAIT, Grant MacEwan, University of Alberta, Concordia, or anywhere in Alberta, anywhere that you would like to go to study. It's a conditional offer of admission. You will, again, work closely with an advisor to design a personalized education plan to get you to where you want to be and how you want to get there. You will have up to 4 terms of study to meet the conditions of the admission of the post-secondary that you are applying to. completing English as a second language intensive or academic upgrading courses at NorQuest College. And you'll be able to take select courses in their post-secondary program prior to the full admission. As well, you'll be able to take skill development courses to promote academic success. At NorQuest College, we also have 3 programs designed for the industry today. Right now, with COVID-19, there is a strong emphasis for cleanliness. So we at NorQuest have had for several years a building service worker training program. There is an industry need to have educated, trained, and skilled building service workers that can effectively perform and clean, disinfect, and sanitize, especially given the COVID-19 pandemic, and for those individuals to work as safely as possible to prevent virus transmission in our workplaces and wider communities. The Building Service Worker course is designed to keep things clean and prevent future infectious disease outbreaks. This would be an ideal program for individuals who are looking to be light duty cleaners, maintenance professionals, custodians, and janitors. Currently in the profession or entering, cleaning or maintaining healthcare, community, hotel, recreation, food service, and municipal buildings.
Sounds like a great program, Rory.
The building service worker there. Our second program is the flight attendant training. This course prepares flight attendant students to deal with any situation that may arise and will cover medical incidents, in-flight emergencies, and procedures. Persons assigned on-board duties. That's what a flight attendant has to perform. Safety and emergency equipment, security, standard safety procedures, executive customer service, interference with crew members, high altitude, the mechanics of flight, cabin crew communications, captain commands, and much more. Right now in the airline industry, there is a slowdown. They're looking for bailouts. However, current trends are that they will start flying smaller planes or smaller crewed planes more often to maintain the COVID-19 requirements for flights. There will be a demand for flight attendants in the near future. That is what we have found, and that is what the industry is requiring for training. So, training content is based on the Transport Canada Flight Attendant Training Syllabus and is applicable for all Canadian aviation regulations for the private operator and commuter operation aviation sectors. Students will achieve the Certified Guest Services Professional Designation, Emergency First Aid, and CPR certification, Food Safety certification, and WMIS, among others. Industry requirements include, but are not limited to, a high school diploma, valid passport, well-groomed appearance, and you have to be over 18 with a clean background check. Our final program that we're going to be talking about today is one of my favorite programs that we have on campus. The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, when they successfully got the Rogers contract, the building to be built, their community foundation donated funds to NorQuest College to develop a foundations of cooking for line cooks and concession workers for employment based on what were the requirements for Rogers Place. This program now allows individuals to get industry experience trained by Red Seal chefs to be line cooks. We're not looking to be Gordon Ramsays. We're not looking to be Jamie Olivers. What we're looking is the people to work in the restaurants. A lot of takeout is going on. There is still such a demand for this industry in Edmonton. Right now, there is a government-funded offering for the Foundations of Cooking that we will be accepting 15 students every 4 months until June of 2022 is actually when it will end. So January of 2022 will be our last intake of 15 students. What that means is fully funded. The Foundations of Cooking program works out to be about $11,000 for tuition. The reason why is you're trained to work in the kitchen for 9 weeks, producing food day in, day out, learning skills, and then being shadowed by local industry. Once you're done your 9 weeks of line cook training in the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Hospitality Lab, a custom on-campus kitchen classroom. So we have already had 40 students go through between November of last year, and we were even carried on this program during the COVID epidemic. We were the first program back on campus. The reason why is because food safety and cleanliness go hand in hand. So our kitchen is sanitized and clean, and we maintain social distance throughout on that. The program is 9 weeks on campus in the kitchen, 3 weeks of essential skills. So learning the basics of how a kitchen is run, kitchen math, how to conduct yourself in a professional kitchen, what your rights and requirements are, your mental health in the industry, as well as working on your resume and interview skills. Once you're done the 3 weeks of essential skills and then the 9 weeks in kitchen training, there is 6 weeks work experience where you work as a line cook in the industry, getting that professional experience. And right now, majority of our students working in their work placements after 6 weeks are hired to be full-time line cooks, making at least $16 to $17 an hour as a starter because of the experience. As well as our program is recognized by work camps. I'm just trying to remember the one that we work closely with. Several work camps like our program because it allows those individuals who finish with our program to go in to the camps working as a cook level 1. So if you go look on any of those camp websites for careers, those individuals are not starting at the bottom nor second from the bottom. They are starting at a wage or earning at about $1,500 to $2,000 a week at these camps. Like I said before, our final programs, we also offer contract classes to design individuals for project and management development. Now, any questions or concerns that I don't answer tonight or you have further on, we're going to send you off all this information at the end through the Congress. You can reach us at CE, the letter C, the letter E, at norquest.ca. I think that is about all that I have for today.
Thank you so much, Rory. We'll keep the questions to the end. I know we have a couple, and then we'll just let the representatives for Bay River College to do their session, and then we'll move on. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if we have Arshad or...
Hi, hello. I am one of the representatives of Bay River College. My name is Sun.
Hi.
Sorry for joining a little late.
That's okay, no problem. We had a little bit of time, so it's all good.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start about Bay River College. Just give me a second, and I'll share my screen with you.
Sounds good.
Share screen. There it is. So at Bay River College, we focus on diploma and certification programs designed to fill real needs in today's job market, and we are committed to success of our students and graduates. And I believe that it is at par with the vision statement of UCC, that is to be proactive, national, united, and self-sustained. And so there are many programs that are provided at Bay River College, and few of them are listed here. They are international business management, hospitality business management, healthcare aid, pharmacy assistant, unit clerk and medical office administration, applied environmental technology, community support worker, education assistant, information technology and network administrator, cybersecurity and cloud computing, process piping, drafting, and applied clinical research postgraduate diploma. So I'll go upon all of them one by one. First is the business courses for the people. These are all post-secondary, so like all the person has to like have in the education credentials is they have to pass their like +2, that is 12th grade. And after that, for the international students, they need to have English proficiency test. And if they are not able to provide IELTS 6 score or like Canadian benchmark of level 6, then we provide Wonderlic test also. And that has to be above 300, and it can be like availed at our own office as well as online. So first I'll go with business. First is International Business Management. It is a 2-year program which provides a valuable theoretical and practical understanding of today's highly complex and interconnected business world. With Canada being 98% home-owned, like individual-owned businesses, I think this is a very good opportunity to enter into this field. And we have a lot of we can say clients for who need the business management, who need the services of business management. Second is Hospitality Business Management. It is a 2-year diploma program. It is for the individuals seeking knowledge and skills required to enter the exciting field of hospitality management. Hospitality is also an ever-growing field, so this is also a good opportunity to enter into this field. Next is healthcare aid. The demand of healthcare aid is increasing day by day as the population age is increasing, and we have like tremendous new improvements in the healthcare, which is increasing the life. But they need, I mean, at the end of the life and for long-term care, they need a healthcare aid. So this is a 6-month certification program, and a healthcare aid assists nurses and other members of a healthcare team in the basic care of residents and patients for their personal care and other activities of daily living, which are necessary to ensure patients maintain their minimum potential for independence and self-direction. Next is Pharmacy Assistant. It is a 1-year program. It covers the diverse topics required to successfully work under the supervision of a licensed pharmacist. And Unit Clerk and Medical Office Administration. It is 1-year diploma program, and which is designed to provide students with essential business, medical and technical skills required to fulfill a fundamental role in the healthcare environment. It is basically like the front desk receptionist, as well as you can go to the higher administrative levels like admin assistant 1, 2, 3, for example, with AHS also. Next is Environmental Studies, and the diploma 2-year program is Applied Environmental Technology, which provides training in applied techniques to assess issues of environmental contamination in soil, groundwater, and air, along with practical solutions to remediate and mitigate the contamination issues. Currently, with the climate change issues and so much along with this, I'm sure there are going to be quite a many policies to be which will be passed, and like new rules for those people interested in environment and like climate change activists can get a certification for this program. Next is social work, a community support worker. It is a 2-year program and is designed for individuals seeking the knowledge and skills to enter the field of social services. It draws upon the basics of sociology, psychology, and other social sciences, and helps the individual to provide counseling and assist individuals and their families in understanding and resolving personal and social conflicts. And Education Assistant program is a 1-year program, and it develops an individual's capacity to provide help to the teachers in various educational institutes, for example, like daycares and high schools, middle schools, senior secondary schools. And it is the person works directly under the educator and in the classroom and resource teachers. Next is technology, information technology and network administrator. It prepares the students to confidently tackle day-to-day responsibilities of managing computer information systems for business of any size. Cybersecurity and cloud computing, with everything going online, especially these days due to COVID, even the learning, teaching, everything is online. So this prepares the student to like confidently tackle day-to-day responsibilities of cybersecurity and cloud computing and prepare a cloud computing specialist. Next is process pipe and drafting. It is because Canada, especially Alberta, has a strong emerging and thriving industry of Canadian oil and gas. So this prepares the individual to enter into this field and seek the knowledge and skills required for this industry. Next, and our currently the one course which we are working very hard and like trying to give more and more opportunities to IMGs is applied clinical research. It is a postgraduate diploma. So unlike other programs which are provided at Bay River, this is a postgraduate, means a person has to have a bachelor's degree and preferably in medical field, because it is a clinical research program, and it's a 40-week program in which students can learn about basics of research, methodologies, designs, types of researches, epidemiology, statistics, microbiology, analytics, and quality assurance, and use all the knowledge that is provided in class to use it in field, especially in like it is completely focused on clinical research only. And course overview, it is a 40-week program with 520 hours theory, which is currently provided, which will be currently prepared for online, but once the COVID situation gets under control, it will be provided in class also. And the practicum, it is the main attraction, because practicum will be with the current ongoing research activities. Theory part is online and session starts on January 2021. There are only limited seats. The seats we have kept limited because first of all, this is a new program in Alberta itself. There is no other college which is providing this program. Second thing is, we are preparing to create research assistants. I mean, we can fill the classroom, but it won't be like one-on-one attention. We won't be able to do one-on-one attention. Moreover, since we are providing with the placements as well as clinical internships, so we need to find the placements for those 30 students. If we have more, so there will be conflict, and we might not be able to give for now, but maybe in future we can discuss about that. And as I already told, that graduates have to be with the medical background. They could be like with medicine, IMGs, international medical graduates, nurses, internationally educated nurses, pharmacists, clinical psychology, medical laboratory technologists, and other healthcare providers. Eligibility to apply is to have a baccalaureate degree, which should be credited from Canadian universities, and international students should be able to provide their WES and IQAs. I mean, WES is like World Education System, and IQAs is International Qualification Assessment. And prerequisites for IELTS is 6.0 and CLB is 7. And successful they have to undergo an entrance interview with Bay River College administration. Next, the main part which we the main attraction of this course is internship with ongoing research. There are no proposal required from the students. We will be providing them with the placement at government institutes like University of Calgary and Banff Sports Medicine, and private institutes as well as pharmaceutical industries. Along with that, if a student due to any reason is unable to complete their designated 280 hours of practicum, they will be given opportunity to become part of the research team in a research and innovation lab at Bay River College itself. And our advisory board, the head is Mr. Naveed Sayed. He is Clinical Research Advisory Chair, Professor and Scientific Director of Alberta Children's Hospital Research Institute in Cummings School of Medicine, University of Calgary. Dr. Shelley, she is Clinical Research Advisory Director, Strategic Clinical Trial Educator. And Jenna Dobry is currently at Alberta Children's Hospitals, specializing in areas of pediatric oncology and pediatric complex care. Dr. Mukarram is at Department of Family Medicine, Cummings School of Medicine, that is University of Calgary, principal investigator. Dr. Julia, Banff Sports Medicine Foundation Research and Program Coordinator at Banff Sports Medicine Foundation, Dr. Fatima, Clinical Research Advisory Director and Research Associate at Robson DNA Science Center, and Dr. Rabab, she is currently at University of Alberta. All of these people are conducting research themselves. So they are like experts in their own field. For example, Dr. Julia is in Banff Sports Medicine, and Dr. Shelley is in clinical trial educator, Dr. Naveed is in Children's Hospital. They all have their own areas of expertise and they have their own researches going on. So it will be a tremendous opportunity for students to learn from these people already working in their field. And another viewpoint of this program is that we have Association of Clinical Research Professionals. It is accreditation providing, certification providing, it is an association of the who are already professionals in clinical research. And once the student completes ACR program at Bay River College, they will get 1 year membership of ACRP once they complete the course at Bay River College, but they have to complete their practicum and theory hours like fully. And ACRP establishes gold standards in clinical research and provide qualification to prove it. It is like there are so many people, so many educational institutes, national and international, who provide they provide opportunities for clinical research, but there is no accreditation. There is no there is no proof that this research was at par the quality with which it should be introduced to Canadian system. But AARCP provides that standard, that benchmark, that yes, the person which is credited with us, he or she has completed certain number of hours of clinical research. There is certain knowledge, he or she has that knowledge, that potential to enter into the field of clinical research in Canada. So ACRP provides another complementary access to 80 plus continuing education programs online as well as on demand. So when an individual completes ACR program, their job opportunities are for clinical research assistant, clinical research coordinator, clinical research program manager, project manager, informational assistant, data administration associate, and principal investigator. So the cost is like 19,500, everything included, and grants and aids are provided. Help for grants and aids is provided by the college. Alberta the students can, who are permanent residents and Albertans, can avail Alberta student aid and provincial grant as well as scholarship by the college. So that is all. This is very curious and new area for IMGs especially, because it is very difficult to enter into the field of research and medicine in Alberta,
For sure.
especially.
Yeah, so thank you so much for your presentation. It was very interesting to learn about some unique programs that Bay River is offering. I know we have some questions, so maybe I'll just ask Emma to sound them out, and then we'll.
Yeah, sounds good. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A box, and we'll make sure that we get those answered. So far, we have a question for NorQuest about your Foundations of Cooking program. When will the next intake be for that one?
That's an excellent question. That was one thing I forgot to say was our next intake, our first intake for this year actually starts a week Monday, so the cutoff for applications for that is done on Friday. But we will be starting the next class February 1st, and we'll start taking applications in November. The Foundations of Cooking, the students will have to have an assessment to see if they can qualify for the program. The Government of Alberta accepts the students on our recommendations, and it's based on individuals who are unemployed or underemployed. We're not looking for individuals who have trained for a career and just want to do a career transition for this program. This is based on training people for the industry to be line cooks.
Okay, and can I just ask something to that?
Yeah.
You mentioned it's 100%, it's funded, right?
The program Foundations of Cooking is funded by the government of Alberta. Tuition, the whole program is funded. However, you will need to be able to have funding for yourself to survive for that. If you are on EI, this program qualifies while you are on EI, or yeah, the CERB is over, so EI. And you have to be out of the public or the post or the secondary system, finished high school for more than 12 months, and you can't have received government funded training within the last 2 years.
Oh, I see. And was there a language requirement for that program as well?
Yeah, CLB 6 for that one as well.
Awesome.
A lot of recipes and reading in English.
That's right.
It's a big textbook.
Thanks, Rory.
We have another question for Bay River College. For the healthcare aid program, what are the prerequisite requirements?
Hi, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Arshad and I'm the president of Bay River College. So thank you very much for providing us an opportunity to participate in your webinar. So for the healthcare aid, we have Alberta High School diploma, but with the new healthcare aid, which is they are launching AHS, which is the 2019 provincial curriculum. So that requirement they recently changed. And as far as I know, the new requirement for the English proficiency is entirely different than it was before, because now it will be under the provincial exams. So the admission requirement is more tougher than before. It was the other credentials, high school diploma, but now the English proficiency is more highly qualified, above 6 or 7. We are getting the new information as soon as we have, then we will be updated on the website.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I also wanted to clarify a little bit about the medical assistant program. Is it all on campus or is it online?
Due to COVID pandemic, so right now we are offering all the courses online, but some of the our lab work we are doing with a blended 4 to 5 student, 3 student as per the social distancing. So we are providing them some lab work, some software training. So but currently it is online for January, and maybe if the situation gets better, then obviously it will be in campus. But for near future, we are not thinking to bring back student in our campus.
I see. Sounds good. Thank you, Arshad.
You're welcome.
We have another question for, I think, NorQuest, but Bay River College, if you can answer this one as well. We have a question saying, what other programs are funded and supported well on EI?
So you are asking first question to me from the Bay River College or the NorQuest, because I can definitely, okay. So the first program, which we are offering the full scholarship under one of the Dr. Shaheen Memorial Foundation, which we established recently. So we have some of the, for the Canadian and international student, if some student, they qualify for the scholarship. So we have a criteria 10 scholarship for the 30 seats. So it means that we can fully fund it for their 15,950 for the Canadian student and $19,500 for the full tuition fee scholarship to the international student. So that is the first time under the advisory board. So we are launched, and we already have 6 scholarship we already awarded to the different students. And we are also now providing for other programs like healthcare aid, because this is the now demand. And just to help due to the COVID, most graduates, they are looking in the hospital. So we are providing them $3,000 scholarship from the Dr. Shaheen Memorial Foundation. So that's a great help for those students who want to pursue for their further study, further career in the healthcare aid. And in the same way, the unit clerk and medical office administration. So all the medical and health sciences programs are be under the funding as a bursary and the scholarship by the Bay River College.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
Rory, do you know of anything?
At this time, our Career Moves is our biggest program, as well as that provides a $2,000 tuition credit, and the Foundations of Cooking program. We are still waiting to hear if one of our building service workers will be a funded program. We should hear that within about a month.
And where would be the best place to check for that?
Just inquire, like I said, at ce@norquest.ca, and all that information will be sent out by the Congress.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Another question for you, Rory. For the building service worker program, when is the next intake for that one?
That one right now, I think we are still taking applicants. We are very flexible on the dates for that one. So as soon as we get enough interest in the program, we will launch that one. So just keep inquiring at ce@norquest.ca, and we will get you a definitive date.
And sorry, I just wanted to ask something too for myself, but maybe somebody will find that useful. I was wondering about the, sorry, this would be for maybe Arshad, or I don't know if you, so the foreign diploma for the medical research, applied clinical research, you say that you recognize the foreign medical diploma. So I know it is difficult for people that come from different countries with a degree already, and it can be different, and you may have had experience as a nurse or a doctor. You need to get this qualification assessment, or I'm not sure what else is it called here in Alberta. Is that what you're talking about? I know it's difficult for some to get that actually assessed in the same way. Like to have
That's
that
a good question.
level of like a bachelor degree or a master's degree, or
Yes. Okay. So how for the international student and the international trained, I mean the IMG and the nurses and the pharmacists. So how we develop this program? So we are be accredited from advanced education, which is our provincial body, which they are be licensed us. The second thing, we affiliated with the Association of Clinical Research Professionals. That is the global association that once our students are be graduating either from any other countries as an international student online or as a Canadian student, when they fulfill their requirements to meet their requirement, I mean they have 300 hours, which is be included in our program, 280 hours, either they are completing in their country of origin or they are completing here. Those 300 hours will be accredited towards their ACRP professional certification. So because Shelley, she has been our advisory board and she is the president of Canadian chapter. And I would like to share, that recently they appointed me as a chair of membership committee of Canadian chapter for ACRP. So I myself has been now involved in the ACRP very closely in this association to bring more members to get it the certification, either they are in Canada or in abroad. So recently I have we have around 15 students from one of the medical university from Pakistan. So we enrolled for this program, but they already be highly qualified in the research. But as soon as they will finish this one and they completed their hours, so we will give them an opportunity for the certification of ACRP. So they don't need to come here, to Canada to get it the accreditation for this program. And also they will get it the dual, postgrad diploma from Canadian Institute and as well as from the ACRP, the certification, which will give them a huge opportunity to work in any over across the world. That is yes.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much. I think that
you are welcome.
That will inspire some people to maybe take that on.
Yes.
That's awesome. Emma, do you have anything else?
There aren't any more questions. If anyone has any last minute questions, put them in the Q&A box, but I will also be sharing all this information with everyone who signed up through Eventbrite. And I'll also share the contact information for both colleges. So if you have any more questions, you can also send them a message.
I had one more question for Rory about the flight attendant, because it is so different than anything else we've heard. And I just wanted to hear what you have to say about how you would apply that to a different industry. If you graduated, and where else could you apply that?
With the number of certifications you get during the course, for example, you start right away with WMIS. You have your basic life support. You also have certified guest services professional and food safety. So you can be in the hospitality industry at this point here of many hats. For example, you could again work in camps. You can work in hospitals, have government on the military. I was also going to say in the correction institutes, anywhere that food is being served or individuals need assistance. That flight attendant course is multifaceted there.
It is. It looks like it could be applied in many different industries. That's really interesting that you decided to put that on. And yes, in times like this when people think you can't fly, but there is an application for that, and it looks like it's fairly reasonable tuition as well. So that may be a good incentive for some people. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I just wanted to take the time to thank our presenters today, and thank you for those who attended. We will be sharing this, as Emma said, with everyone who registered. Also more information in an email, but in the event itself on Facebook. So tune in for our computer skills classes and Excel and Word, and hopefully we'll be able to, show you some tricks. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for taking a little bit of time out of this prime dinner time. But we really appreciate that, and we think that's very useful and valuable information for so many people right now. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us, and give us an opportunity to talk with your, participants and your organization. Thank you so much.
You bet, Arshad.
Okay.
On that note, I'll say goodbye, and I'll just end the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.